I know you're nervous for the Rams, but you got to be a little enthusiastic after being there.
Bro, that game atmosphere was ridiculous. The energy, the electricity. That place was rocking. Anyone was there, and a lot of the Super Buck fans were there too. The Bucs.
Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron Show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks
Donovan.
like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like we got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the Buccaneers podcast. We got announcements today. Giveaway announcements, that is. It's going to be a quickie. We got a little bit of a bigger announcement to make on the structure of our fall show heading into the fall, how we're going to handle the show this fall, pre-game, post-game, all of that good stuff there. Like I said, giveaway announcements, special guests coming up on the program. This week's show's announced. We got a lot to go over today in a little bit of time here on the Buccaneers podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's game week. I cannot believe that. It's Tampa Tones here. We already got Bucs, Rays, Bolts in the house saying let's go over the Mike Evans situation. We will hear shortly Bucs, Rays, Bolts. I'm glad you bring up the Mike Evans situation. We're going to talk about that here shortly. Other things on the docket that we're going to run over is the show announcement. And the show announcement will be what we're bringing to you guys on game days. Week 1, go Bucs Buzz, and our giveaway announcement, and our special guests coming up for this week's shows. Now, we might as well go over the structure we have laid out for this week. We're obviously live right now with you guys. We're going to be here for the next half hour or so, breaking down the Week 1 showdown against Minnesota. It's a tune me up show, right? It's a regular season. We had to come at you guys today. It'll probably just be me. We might get A-Cats. We might get Huncho. Probably not today. Some folks are busy. But Friday night, we're going to be coming at you with our Bucs Vikings preview. And we have special guests joining. That'll be Friday night. Again, we'll work on times and whatnot here shortly. But we're going to have J.C. Allen from Sports Illustrated joining the show, formerly a member of Pewter Report. Now he is a member of Sports Illustrated. So J.C. Allen will be joining us Friday night, the first time as a member of Sports Illustrated for our Bucs Vikings preview show. J-Lo, Jeremy Vasquez, lifelong Bucs fan, is going to be joining us for that as well. So Friday, we got a couple special guests. Huncho will be here. Katz will be here. Stunna will be here. The whole gang will be here on Friday outside of Bucko, but we will have special guest J.C. Allen of Sports Illustrated, covers the Bucs for them, formerly of Pewter Report, as everybody knows, the great J.C. Allen. And we're also going to have J-Lo, Jeremy Vasquez, lifelong Bucs fan and listener / friend of the shows, in the house on Friday night as well. And then starting Sunday, every game day, we're going to be coming at you guys with our pregame show. And it's going to be a unique pregame show. It's going to be the way too early Buccaneers pregame show, pregame podcast. And that'll be on Sundays at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern. So whenever we play on Sundays, that'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time, live, coming at you with all the game day news, hype, coverage, and more. Again, the way too early pregame show from the Buccaneers will be live every Sunday, when Sunday's the game day, at 8 a.m. Eastern. And then when the Bucs play on Monday or Thursday, it will be live at 6 a.m. Eastern time. So we're going to be coming at you guys early for these pregame shows. The weekdays start a little earlier. Sundays will be 8 a.m. Eastern. But if you guys want to wake up and just hear Bucs football right out of the gates, and you guys want some live freshness, not some old stale podcast info, you guys can start your Sunday mornings with us That'll be 8 a.m. Eastern on Bucs game days when the crew isn't traveling. So that'll be a lot of fun. And breaking news, we're here to announce as well, we're going to be doing a weekly Buccaneers giveaway this year, giving away signed mini helmets. The first one will be our starting right tackle, Luke Gedeke, autographed mini helmet. That's going to be really fun. That'll be incredible. We're going to be giving away Bucs memorabilia. We're going to be giving away gift cards. We're going to be giving away football cards all throughout the season, all 17 weeks of the year. It'll be on a random episode during the week. You'll just have to listen to that show, and you have a chance to win the giveaway. Once again, our first giveaway will either be Friday or Sunday show. It's going to be random, so you guys listen, and it will be a signed Luke Gedeke mini helmet. So it's going to be incredible. Then throughout the year, we'll have gift cards. We'll have Bucs memorabilia. We'll have Bucs football cards. Anything a Bucs fan can ask for, and so much more. As we have J-Lo in the house, J-Lo in the building, Tones, what it do, brother? I told the world you'll be joining us Friday, so that'll be a lot of fun. You and Sports Illustrated own JC Allen will be joining the Buccaneers this coming Friday, so that'll be a ton of fun. And then Sunday, we'll be with you guys for the way too early Buccaneers pregame show at 8 a.m. Eastern. I'm really excited about that. You guys can catch all of our shows on Buccaneers YouTube channel, Bucs Life News Facebook page are our partners, so go check them out over there. Or you guys can catch it on my Facebook page, Tampa Tones, or wait for the instant replay on Apple, Spotify, Google, so much more on Buccaneers Podcast. And keep up with us on Instagram at Buccaneers Pod. Keep up with us on Twitter at Buccaneers. J-Lo, it's going great, brother. Glad you could join us tonight. Amped to talk to you live Friday night, some Bucs ball. Now we're going to get into the topic at hand, Bucs raise bolts. Let's talk about Mike Evans' contract talks, as we did have some drama surrounding that today. Drama caused by the national media, and this is where I steer everybody with caution, not only tonight, but forever and always. I'll have nothing against my family and friends. I'll always have them sending me articles, national news articles, however, about the Bucs. They'll be from Yahoo, they'll be from ESPN, they'll be from Josina Anderson, whoever the hell it might be from, I get sent these articles, some by my dad, some by my brother, and I'll admit they're very good clickbait. They're very fun reads, but a lot of the time it's just clickbait, right? So what happened this morning? Josina Anderson woke up, made a tweet surrounding Mike Evans, and said, oh, they're close to structure stuff, blah, blah, blah. Nada. Greg Allman, Rick Stroud, Pewter Report's own Scott Reynolds, Sports Illustrated's J.C. Allen came out right away and pretty much said none of them heard anything. None of them heard as such. And this isn't the first Bucs thing it's happened on. This isn't the first, at the very least. This happens time in and time again, where pages like Yahoo and ESPN, Josina Anderson, nothing against him, but these national news outlets will make up stories about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It all started with Tom Brady. I get it. What Brady brought in clicks, Antonio Brown brought in clicks, Rob Gronkowski brought in clicks, so all these little news national falsifiers started happening. Mike Florio's really good at them. What you got to do in these situations is go to the Greg Allmans of the world, our podcast, J.C. Allen of Sports Illustrated of the world, Pewter Reports of the world, and really try and find out if the information's true. Now, on Buccaneers Twitter, we always do a shuffling roto of the top reporters in the game breaking their news. So you can simply go to our Twitter at Buccaneers and find out a lot of information, find out a lot of news as we keep shuffling in the Strouds of the world and whatnot. This morning, Josina Anderson set the world on fire by tweeting pretty much a tweet that meant nothing, tried to make it seem like it meant something, meant a whole lot of nothing about the whole Mike Evans situation. Rick Stroud put her in her place, Greg Allman put her in her place, and not in a mean way. They just pretty much said, yeah, nothing's going on regarding this matter. Everybody get back to work. I'm pulling up the Josina Anderson tweet as we speak that set the world ablaze, pretty much trying to set up like, hey, Mike Evans news is on the horizon, although it really wasn't. So this is what Josina Anderson said this morning regarding the Mike Evans situation, which is really a whole lot of nothing. But according to CBS, we have a done deal, Bucs, Rays, and Bolts says. So we'll have to look into that more. Haven't really heard anything close to a done deal. So it would be interesting if CBS is reporting that. But yeah, I'm not hearing anything Bucks, Rays, Bolts. So I'll keep an eye out. Again, I'm not going to report anything because I don't believe it's true. If I hear it from the JC Allens of the world, the Rick Strouds of the world, the Greg Allmans of the world, I'll be sure to report it here. Again, CBS, I'm not sure if they're saying if there's a deal or not, but I don't think there is one. I don't believe there is one. And until I get a confirmed story from a Greg Allman, from a JCL, and from a Scott Reynolds of the world, I'm not going to run with it. So, guys, as far as I'm concerned, Mike Evans and the Bucks still have not reached a deal. It's been pretty confirmed throughout the morning that they haven't reached a deal. I will read Greg Allman's tweet here in a minute after I get to Josina Anderson's tweet. But Greg Allman pretty much said this morning, yada, yada, yada. Let me pull it up. He said, there's no news on any new deal for Bucks and Mike Evans. Tweet from Josina Anderson had me checking, but no news. And once again, Josina Anderson works for CBS Sports, and I'm just saying I want to believe it at this time. All the big wigs in the Tampa community have not confirmed a dang thing. As Josina Anderson set the world ablaze this morning by tweeting the following, I'm told over the course of talks between both sides, the Bucks received a contract structure that's acceptable to Mike Evans, yada, yada, yada. Again, we've seen what Greg Allman wrote, and I will also read what Pewter Report wrote on the matter this morning. But as far as Buccaneers could report, there's no news on Mike Evans besides them not being, the closest on contract talk. Let me pull up what Scott Reynolds said exactly. As we did get Greg Allman's words, but I'm going to get the other best in the biz with Scott Reynolds' words. But a lot of the big wigs pretty much shut that idea down, including Greg Allman of The Athletic. So here's what we are set to see. Scott Reynolds said, I'm told there's no truth to this, unfortunately, regarding Josina Anderson and CBS's report. So no news there, unfortunately, on the Mike Evans front. As much as we want Mike Evans to be here, Bucks, Rays, Bolts, there's nothing new to report on the like. Again, Buccaneers, we'll have it on you. We'll have an emergency pod as soon as we do hear anything regarding Mike Evans. But other than that, it is game week. It's me up week here against the Vikings. So we're going to go over our giveaways now. Week 1, we're going to be giving away a Luke Gedicke signed Buccaneers mini helmet that says Fire the Cannons, I believe. When we announce the giveaway on either Friday or Sunday, you guys will have to pay attention, but you could get a sneak peek at the giveaway. As J-Lo says, remember, we can't pay both Godwin's and Evans soon. Godwin will seek a payday next year. Jeremy, you bring up a great point there. And even beyond Godwin and Evans, right? I mean, we do have life outside the receiver room, believe it or not, because these guys aren't Madonnas, or at least Godwin hasn't been and Evans hasn't been till this point. And I wouldn't even call it being a Madonna now, so don't misquote me. But we haven't really had a lot of drama surrounding our receiver room outside of Antonio Brown's COVID shenanigans until this little Mike Evans blip. So Jeremy's exactly right. Godwin will seek a payday next year. You're going to have Tristan Wirfs that's in need of a contract after next season. Next year will be his 5th-year option. So after next season, Wirfs will need to be extended. Guess what? Winfield was a 2nd-round pick, believe it or not, for how good he was. So this is Winfield's last year under contract. Devin White's last season under contract. Obviously, let's see how he plays this year before deciding on him getting money. Levante David's last year under contract as well. Remember, he just signed a 1-year contract to come to Tampa. Oh, and guess what, guys? We all want the Bucs to obviously be really damn good this year. We're all Bucs fans. We're all Bucs contributors and whatnot. independent Bucs reporters, as Jameis once said to me. Baker Mayfield is going to be a free agent as well, and we might let him walk if he has a terrible year, which could happen surely. He could very much so have a disappointing season, and then, yes, we would let him walk. But if the Bucs play good, if the Bucs sniff the playoffs or make the playoffs and Baker plays good, we'll also have to worry about Baker Mayfield. Oh, by the way, we only signed safety Ryan Neal to a one-year deal. So if he has a hell of a season, if Ryan Neal plays good this year, he might be a free agent then. Oh, by the way, D. Delaney will be a free agent. See what I'm saying here? A lot of these guys are going to need paydays coming up. As Bucs raise bolts and Jeremy alluded to, who do we tag? It's not going to be Mike Evans. It's not going to be Mike Evans. So those of us hoping that we might tag Mike Evans like we did with Chris Godwin to negotiate something, it's a lot different scenario for Evans, because at the time when Godwin got franchise tagged, it was only going to count 20 to 21 million against the Bucs salary. And by the time we gave him his extension, it pretty much equated to that. If not, we saved a little bit of money. Godwin saved on the long-term special and with the Florida state income tax. But now if we tag Mike Evans next year, it'll cost the Bucs $28 million. I am sorry, unless it's for a bargaining chip, which it probably won't be because Evans would sign that $28 million deal in a heartbeat. We're not going to franchise tag Mike Evans because that will be $28 million. So we can't do that. Jeremy says, I say Winfield will get tagged. That's probably the most likely scenario for a multitude of reasons. A, safeties aren't that highly paid in terms of skill players, right? You have the wide receivers that make the big money. You have the edge rushers that make pretty good money. Then you have tight end and linebacker coin. Then in comes corner. And then safety kind of shuffles in after that. You're really not going to have to pay Winfield too much on the tag, probably around $10 to $12 million for a guy like Winfield if he gets tagged, which for 1 year is really a damn bargain, if you ask me. Devin White ain't going to get tagged because, let's put it like this, he's playing on his fifth-year option and he's already causing a flare. We're not going to tag him. We're not going to put him at more risk of getting Le'Veon Bell treatment. Bucs raise bolts, say tag Devin White. My point is, Bucs raise bolts. We could go that route. It could be cheaper, but if we tag Devin White, odds are he's probably not going to play. He'll probably hold out. Obviously wants a long-term deal. At the end of the day, yes, he's playing right now, and yes, he marches butt back into Bucs camp this season. But if we tag him again, if we shell him out on another 1 year opportunity again, will we get a Devin White who wants to be here? Will we get a Devin White who even wants to play as the Godfather? James Rube writes in the house, how the hell we do it? So I don't think we should tag Devin for multitudes of reasons. I think it could bode to a lot of internal problems. It could be the waste of the franchise tag ultimately. And Devin White really just won't want to play here if it's on the franchise tag. He already doesn't want to play here on his fifth-year player option, which to me, he's making great money. He's making top 10 linebacker in the league money. So it's a little concerning yet baffling, in my opinion, that Devin White's already having these sorts of issues. Then you throw on top of it other issues as well. Jeremy says Devin will walk and we will have to let some walk. Yeah, we're going to have to let some walk. We've seen it year in and year out. We've let some walk. We've cried, we've held hands and mourned together over those Bucs who have walked. But really, at the end of the day, you look around, Ducks, for fan favorite purposes, we haven't lost much. We haven't lost much. For as much grief as Jason Light gets every year, off the top of my head, I'm going to rattle some names off the top of my head who we've let walk recently, and it hasn't been much at all. Ryan Suckup, kicking position, he's unsigned. Bradley Pinion, we've let walk. Atlanta's punt game, isn't too pretty. Alex Kappa, we let walk. He went to Cincinnati. He's not really doing much there. Former Super Bowl defensive back Ryan Smith, we let walk. He came back to the Bucs last year because he couldn't find it anywhere else. Tyler Johnson has bounced around teams, not being able to find a home. Akeem Hicks, Julio Jones, Logan Ryan all remain unsigned from us letting it walk. I mean, we've let some guys go who haven't been sought or highly sought after around the league. Ronald Jones got suspended. Tag worse. We don't need to tag worse because we could pick up his 5th-year option next year, and that's what he'll be playing under. Then maybe the following year tag him, but we'll extend him big time. We're going to extend him big time. But yeah, he'll be playing under the 5th-year option. Yep. See, Wirfs, Winfield, Godwin, or Evans will remain long-term next year. Wirfs will be on a 5th-year option. Yes, you are right. Bucs, Rays, Bolts, been 5 years already. No, Wirfs was a rookie in 2020. He was a rookie Tom Brady's first year here. We drafted him to protect Brady's blind side. So 2021 was Wirfs' second year. 2022, Wirfs' third year. This will only be Wirfs' 4th year, believe it or not, for as much as a pro's pro. Wirfs has been, it's only been his 4th year. Next year will be his 5th, and that's where we'll pick up the option there. But regarding game day this week so far, as we still have time to talk here about the game, the Bucs released their depth chart today. And Sean Tucker, as J.C. Allen broke the news, hey, look, speak of the devil, Subtone, Sup, Sports Illustrated Zone, J.C. Allen, he broke the news earlier last week and revealed that Sean Tucker would be running back number 2 on the Bucs depth chart. He was listed as number 4 on the Bucs depth chart. Today it was officially released that he is number 2 on the Bucs depth chart. So that's interesting regarding this week's game will be how he's worked into the roto. Bucs, Rays, Bolts says hi, JC. J-Lo says Sean Tucker will be great behind White. I think so as well, Jeremy. Week 1, it'll be interesting to see how much you're able to get Sean Tucker in against Minnesota. Another side news of notes for those that enjoy NFL Network coverage throughout the football season, talking about the Bucs. They've added a former Go Bucs player and a former Go Bucs coordinator to the NFL Network analyst staff. One of them being Gerald McCoy. He's now going to be covering NFL Network, so you could catch Gerald McCoy on NFL Network this season, covering games as an analyst. And they also added former Bucs defensive coordinator under Lovie Smith, remember, and he was here back in the day, Leslie Frazier, to that as well. So Gerald McCoy and Leslie Frazier are NFL Network bound, and I'll really be interested to see how much NFL Networks and the national media outlets cover Bucs Vikings this week without Tom Brady now, without Gronk now. Obviously, he's been removed a couple of years, but even without other big names such as Akeem Hicks of the world, it'll really be interesting to see NFL Network, ESPNs of the world, how much they do cover us. And NFL Network might have a little bit more of a reason to cover Bucs Vikings now with Gerald McCoy and Leslie Frazier. And let's remember, Leslie Frazier was the head coach of the Vikings before as well. So we'll see throughout the week how much love we get from Bucs Vikings. J-Lo says, plus I excited with the defensive depth on the pass rush. Yeah, man, I think it's really underrated. I mean, that first game of the year, the first preseason game this year against Pittsburgh, I was watching Marquise Watson. He was making play after play after play, and Rondé Barber highlighted him almost play after play after play as well. We have Shaq Barrett coming back. Anthony Nelson and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka had a really great test trial to end last year because there was just not enough bodies to rotate in depth-wise for this Bucs. So you pretty much seen JTS and Anthony Nelson play every damn snap and repetition last year. And although they got tired last year, it boded well for the future, such as this year, with all their experience. Then we have rookie Yaya Diaby as well. So really an interesting outside linebackers room. Oh, by the way, Super Bowl champion Cam Gill is back there as well. Then on the Bucs practice squad, we brought back rookie Jose Ramirez, our 6th-round outside linebacker pick from the MAC. He played college in the MAC conference, so that'll be another depth piece on our practice squad to keep an eye on for the pass rushing room there. But I'm really excited to see what guys like Yaya could bring to the table when they get their turn. Think the Bucs should win this week like matchup. I agree. I think we match up pretty well against Minnesota. Javon says our defense is really solid. Our defense is really solid. The only question mark is going to be the depth of our D backs, right? Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield, Ryan Neal, Jamel Dean, and what else, right? We have a couple names, a couple young pups back there. Christian Isian, undrafted rookie. Kavion Merriweather, undrafted safety from Iowa. Zion McCollum's in year 2 from a small school. D. Delaney's still a young pup. Josh Hayes and Derek Pitts are young as well. Derek Pitts being a UDFA, Josh Hayes being a rookie 5th-round pick from Kansas State. So, to me, our biggest defensive depth or our biggest defensive question is our back 4. It's really that simple. Yeah, gets me excited. Yeah. He looks like a beast, right? He looks like one of those guys who could wreak havoc week in and week out. He really looks like an impressive body and one of those guys who could go out there and ball out on a weekly basis. So I'm really excited to see what 00 Frozen could do here moving forward. And he's going to be part of a roto. And then, oh, by the way, former 1st-round pick JTS and the man we just recently extended, Anthony Nelson, will also be in the fold as well. So a lot to be excited for, given the front 7, given the pass rush, given the depth edge positions. But the back 4 does give me cause for concern. Does give me a little bit of a hesitation on the depth. If Carlton Davis goes down, that means a Zion McCollum will have to step in, right? If Jamel Dean goes down, that means a Zion McCollum will have to step in. And I think they could show confidence. I think they could show good play out there. Like we've seen Jamel Dean grow into his own right. Remember against Seattle, he struggled his first game where he really played a big role ever. And then moving forward, we've seen what Jamel Dean has been into. Yeah, Cansey's going to be good. But yeah, we were talking the edge position. Cansey's inside line. JJ Russell. Again, yep, he's going to be good. I like him on the practice squad. I like that we got him back. But we're going to break it down as such as he's a practice squad player. I love the depth, don't get me wrong, but for edge pass rush, JJ Russell doesn't help that much. It's 6:18 p.m. Eastern still. No extended contract for Mike. Very frustrating, Jonas. Again, CBS looked like they missed their mark earlier when Josina Anderson said a deal seemed close or is close. As far as I can see and as far as my sources go, it doesn't appear to be close at this given hour. Not saying they can't get one done by week 1, but given this given minute, it has not been done or close to done. A couple more days to go. You're right, Bucks, Rays, Bolts, we do. Jonas, you coming up to Minnesota, Tones? Sir, I've been offered a lot of great tickets, beautiful tickets, many great tickets. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the trek. I love it. I love going to Minnesota. Or I'm sorry, I would love going to Minnesota. I'd love to, but I don't know if it's in the shuffle this year because I'm going to week 3, Bucs Eagles. I'll be in Tampa for week 3, going to fly out there for Monday Night Football. That'll be incredible. Then a couple weeks later, I'll be going to Bucs Colts in November. I'll be going to Bucs Titans in November. I'm going to be going to Bucs Falcons in October. I got a lot of great games on the docket this year. So it's going to be incredible. Going to try and make Minnesota work this week. I don't know if I could. I do have the tickets there if need be. But right now, I am not scheduled to be going to Minnesota this week by any means, Jonas. Patience is a virtue. We will get the deal done. I agree. I think it comes this offseason. It might come this weekend. I ultimately think Mike Evans will be a Buck for life. I was considering going to Bucks Lions, Bucks Rays Bolts as it's their creamsicle game. I got my Rashad White creamsicle, but I think I'm going to go to Bucks Falcons. I'm really between those two, Bucks Falcons, Bucks Lions. They take place back-to-back weeks. So really coming down to those two for me, I'd be thrilled to go to the creamsicle game as I do have a Rashad White creamsicle. I got my throwback John Lynch creamsicle as well. And I got a good creamsicle merch, good creamsicle gear. So Got a lot of good stuff there. It will be done on Sunday. I hope so, Aaron. I'm polling that it'll be done by Sunday, brother. I think it could happen. I'm not ruling it out. I'll put it like that. I'm not ruling out that the deal will be done on Sunday. But as far as game day predictions and previews go, gentlemen, make sure to be joining us this Friday with Sports Illustrated's own JC Allen. He'll be joining the show, and a couple listeners of the program, such as Jeremy J-Lo, he'll be joining the show as well. And we got a Luke Gedecke signed mini helmet to be given away. And then Sunday, we will be here as well for the way too early pregame show at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Central Time on Sunday on the Buccaneers YouTube channel. We're going to do one last rundown of Bucs Vikings bits and pieces we have here before we fade off into the night on this Tuesday. I'm going to save my score prediction for a later show as well. What kind of memorabilia you got? Oh, game-used jerseys, game-used gloves, game-used towels, and a whole lot more. Signed mini helmets, Bucs cards, game-used gloves, team-issued stuff, team-issued hand warmers, just crazy amounts of memorabilia. It's going to be incredible. Yep, we did tip the cap to Sean Tucker already as well. But other than that, fellas, big game this Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS. I have a SAP practice worn jersey when the Bucs practiced in Tokyo against the Jets all those years back. So, yes, I do have SAP stuff, or a SAP item, I should say. But nonetheless, Bucs Vikings is going to be 1 o'clock Eastern this Sunday. It'll be on CBS. And our announce crew is going to be a pretty good one. And remember, some people saying Bucs Vikings on CBS, I thought two NFC teams would mean Fox. For the first time in forever this year, with NFL Ticket moving to Sunday YouTube TV, they changed things up. Fox no longer just controls NFC. CBS no longer controls AFC. So the Bucs will be on CBS with the announce crew consisting of Andrew Catalon, Tiki Barber, and for the first time in his career, stepping from the gridiron to the broadcast booth will be former Falcons and Colts quarterback Matty Ice, Matt Ryan. So not a bad little announce room there for the Bucs. And our depth chart for this Sunday released, we'll have Kieft and Cade Otton leading the way as tight ends with Wells and Payne Durham as backup tight ends. So that'll be a lot of fun there. Trey Palmer obviously listed as wide receiver 3, Tompkins 4, Raheem Jarrett 5. We're going to play 4 tight ends. A lot of 2 tight end sets could be expected this Sunday as we carry 4 Kieft and David Wells and Payne Durham, Cade Otton. And then offensive line, Robert Hainsey officially the starting center. The Godfather. I'll be watching. Go Bucs. Let's go, Godfather. You know it. And really, I'm liking our depth chart. I think we line up really well with Minnesota, and I think 95% of the public is wrong. I think Bucs will pull one out against the Vikings. Why do you think they have Vaughn still and not cut or practice squad? I think they like his familiarity with the offense, and I think they do like his possessive mentality in terms of experience, in terms of ability to go and get a couple yards on a carry, a couple tough yards on a carry if need be. And then just for a depth piece, right? And he's actually one of the veterans in the room, believe it or not, given his current status with the Bucs. I mean, Tucker and White are first and second years. So really, you don't have a lot of familiarity and depth back there. He provides that. And he'll provide a couple yards with a cloud of dust as well. They got Vikings winning some reason so far. Yeah, 95% of the world has the Vikings winning. 95% of America has the Minnesota Vikings beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, according to the experts. I'm not one of them peeps. I got the Bucs winning. I'm saving my score for the way too early pregame show Saturday. We'll get JC Allen's score prediction here on Friday. Going to be fantastic. We'll get Jeremy's score prediction here on Friday as well, as we take you guys to 6:30 Eastern time here. I know you guys got the Rays on tonight and so much more. Aaron says for the win. We got 35-17 Bucs. because of Jefferson and Kirk. I'm not worried about Jefferson. I'm not worried about Kirk. I'm not worried if they still had Dalvin Cook and a rapper named Little Dirk. I think the Bucs take care of them this Sunday. James, the Godfather, says Bucs 24, Minnesota 17. Jonas gets another quickie question in. Does WFLA broadcast away games too? Yes, they do, Jonas. You could listen to them or on WFLA, and then on TV they'll be on as well. So you'll be able to, be seen by many, be heard by many. I'll be watching you. And my Bucs battle flag. Send me a picture, bro. I can't wait. I'm going to see if I could spot you on TV. Give you the old fire the damn cannons salute. It's sounding a lot like 2005. You know what else is sounding a lot like good freaking fucking times? Part of my language, part of my French, but I'm going rated R. The fact of the matter is we've torched running backs at Minnesota. Carnell Williams, rookie season, vroom, 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 torched the hell out of the Vikings. Doug Martin, who remembers that Thursday night football game, his rookie season against the Vikings. Rachaad White in his year 2 season is gonna tear up Minnesota on the ground this Sunday. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. It's been incredible. Bucs for life. Thumbs up. Chase Edmonds is a vet. Yeah, I know. Chase Edmonds is obviously a vet, but he's the only vet in the room. So I think since we're carrying 4 running backs, we want to split 2 and 2. I could see us getting down to 3 eventually. Edmonds will be the pass catching back. Rashad the bolt carrier. Vaughn kind of just a special teams piece as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor this evening. Fire the damn cannons. Go Bucs, go Bucs, go Bucs. Join us Friday night with the great J.C. Allen. Time to be announced. Same place, right here on the Buccaneers with the Sports Illustrated Zone, J.C. Allen, Friday night for our preview pod. Then join us Sunday, same place, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Wake up with us. Get with us right away Sunday as we will be here 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. We have a giveaway in the making, Luke Godicke mini helmet, so much more. Jonas says Bucs 31, Bike Queens 10. Yes, sir. Come join us Friday night with J.C. Allen from Sports Illustrated and J-Lo, fan of the show. Come join us Sunday morning for a giveaway and the Way Too Early pregame pod and so much more. Thank you, guys. Follow us on Twitter at Buccaneers. Follow me on Twitter at Tampa Tones. Follow the program on Instagram at Buccaneers Pod and on YouTube at Buccaneers Podcast. It's been another fantastic edition of the Buccaneers. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay beautiful. As always, Tampa Tones out. Fire the damn cannons. Go Bucs, go Bucs, go Bucs. In my Gene Deckeroff voice. Let's get it going. Adios. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay loved. Tampa Tones is out. Fire the damn cannons. Game on Sunday, man. I know you're nervous for the Rams, but you got to be a little enthusiastic after being there.
Bro, that game atmosphere was ridiculous. The energy, the electricity. That place was rocking. Anyone was there, and a lot of the Super Buck fans were there too.
Tampa Tones. We are joined by Lee Goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron Show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like we got a little...
No, my camera's broke.